Chairwoman Fudge, Ranking Member Johnson, and members of the Nutrition Subcommittee, thank you for the privilege of testifying. I was brought up in a household that believed in hard work. My dad was a landscaper, my mom cleaned houses. A job was a point of pride, and I can still remember getting that first paycheck from a tough day raking blueberries in rural Maine. For many of us, that's our story. Work is central to our lives. It provides dignity and purpose. The growth of our communities is built on people living this experience, living the American dream. And work is key to achieving the long-term goal of the food stamp program, lifting people out of poverty. That's why Congress and President Clinton passed bipartisan work requirements for able-bodied adults on food stamps in 1996. They recognized the power of work. And they were right. Where work requirements have been implemented, those leaving the program doubled their incomes in just 1 year. And they didn't just go to work in retail or fast food. They went back to work in more than 1,000 different industries. Now, these figures aren't extrapolations or anecdotes. Our experts studied the actual earnings of 600,000 able-bodied adults who left food stamps after work requirements were implemented in Florida, Kansas, and Arkansas. One young man in Arkansas, I'll call him Nolan, reported no income while on welfare, zero. After work requirements were implemented, Nolan soon left the program. Then Nolan got a job. Within 1 year, he was earning $63,000. And by the end of 2 years, he was making $93,000. Work requirements work. Unfortunately, for millions of able-bodied adults on food stamps, this isn't the experience at all. And government bears a big part of the blame. When I was Chief Operating Officer of the Food Stamp Agency in Maine, before we reinstated work requirements, I had 1,000 state employees helping fill out food stamp applications, but no one helping fill out job applications. We were letting people like Nolan down. Government should be giving a hand up, not just a handout. The loopholes created at the federal agency level have gutted the 1996 law, allowing work to be waived across the country by gerrymandering areas and using old economic data. So I want you to remember two numbers, 2.6 million and 7.6 million. First, 2.6 million. There are 2.6 million able-bodied adults on food stamps who will be waived from the work requirement this year. And 3 out of 4 don't work at all. Second, 7.6 million. There are 7.6 million available jobs today and the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years. Employers are desperate for workers. To be clear, federal law allows waivers only when there are not enough jobs or unemployment is at least 10%. But just 23 of the 1,100 counties and cities that waive work requirements have unemployment at or above 10%. One California waiver county has 2.2% unemployment. And Ohio's waiver has more than doubled since 2017, even as its unemployment rate declined to near record low levels. Waivers from work shouldn't be so easy to get in the best economy in decades. And some have claimed that Congress rejected the type of changes proposed here by the Trump administration. But the bipartisan 2018 Farm Bill, like every other farm bill since 1996, reaffirmed the original work requirements. And it did not codify the current regulations that have allowed the waiver abuse. It's clear that the status quo does not reflect congressional intent. Even Chairman Colin Peterson correctly pointed out that the loopholes have allowed states to, quote, undermine federal law. The Trump administration has the authority and the duty to fix the regulation and return waivers to their original purpose of exempting only those individuals in truly economically depressed areas. The track record of work requirements is clear. They work. And when this rule is implemented, we can all be confident that hundreds of thousands of Americans, people just like Nolan, will move from welfare to work and experience their own American dream. Thank you. Happy to answer any questions.